Boom! The Male Delusion. I'm back with the two-piece book. The great book of Prashant Trivedi. The Male Delusion. They are no males here. They are all just females with different anatomy. Despite a nagging inkling of this fact, the illusion of misplaced masculinity keeps on pushing them to conquer holes, making it very difficult for them to surrender. No receiving, no evolution. All the meaningless in and outs only increase the frustration and notions of inadequacy, as they find themselves incapable of achieving their objective of establishing supremacy over the being they are desperately trying to penetrate. A real male is like Shiv, one who can really penetrate, one who really knows, thus qualified for imparting anything from sperm to knowledge. For the females, patriarchy and fear of woman came about on this planet through the fear of heavy-handed matriarchy. In ancient civilization like those of Aryan, Alpha, Draconis, etc., then the patriarchy got overbearing and gave birth to a recent phenomenon called modern woman's lib. It basically was all about empowering females through one, first, being financially independent, which meant they do regular jobs like males, which, as one would expect, made them more butch and eroded their femininity. So woman's lib actually turned out to be a war against femininity. It also ended up helping the evil system. The more bodies at work, the better. Second, an impression was given that the surefire way to reach equality with males was to encourage females to do things which men do: get drunk and have as much sex as they wanted, with as many as they wanted. And the females actually went out and did it. Loads of sedation and pills of all kinds were required in order to do it, but it was done anyways. But was there a gain in sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry? Didn't all the one-night stand turn out to be hollow, gross experiences? Was anything really gained except demeaning of one's own body's image? Women's lib was on the surface about women's empowerment, but it was actually about their disempowerment. The original power of women had always been there, since separation of the sexes, and it lay in choosing which direction the gene pool moved and progressed. They choose who they would breed with, and in doing so they decided which qualities would be carried forward. This is how Bene Gesserit controlled the gene flow in Dune. This choice was what males were always afraid of. It made the males work hard to inculcate higher divine qualities which were more appealing to their female counterparts. Just like a peacock and not peahen works on the plumage and then sing to make himself worthy. Women basically willingly dropped themselves from this pedestal in the name of woman's lib and lost all grace and dignity. The more Tom, Dick, and Harrys they slept with, the more the boundaries disappeared, and the more they were willing to do anything, including commoditize, prostitute themselves in guises of advertising, entertainment, fashion, etc., etc. Males, on the other hand, are quite happy with the proceedings, as they didn't have to work on themselves anymore. They were enough drunken variety of the female species now roaming the streets, and it was hyper easy to get lucky and get laid. Only quality they now needed to work on was flattery and superficiality. This was helpful in women, getting fleeting, temporary ego messages, but surely was not helpful for the gene pool's evolution, as the offspring of such unions were always going to be low quality. When a female sleeps with a male, they are basically saying to them, we being the receptive vehicle, as nature designed, want you to embed us. We want something from you. The male has something important to give. Any normal male gets confidence from this okay stamp. He feels he has something important to give. So female actually end up raising the confidence of low quality males. Violence, barbarism, and devoluting stupidity follow. So women's lib actually was a movement for the decline and devolution of the race through losing the perspective of educated choice. In ancient Vedic tales, the women usually choose their husband in a ceremony called Swayamvar. They basically choose whoever they thought was the best specimen, or didn't choose any if they thought no one was good enough. That to me was real woman's lib. It's only since the Dark Ages set in that the concept of arranged marriages arises in the East. In the West, the woman lost all discrimination, an easy thing to do when you are doing all the nonsense that men do with equal gusto. Now the situation has reached such a level that even 14, 15-year-old schoolgirls look weary and worked out through behaving like professional prostitutes. I don't see an empowerment in this. It's just an easy descent into the abyss of hell. The only way out, restoration of dignity through self-discipline and pursuit of the higher.